Your dog runs up to give you a big affectionate kiss, and that strong, foul, fishy smell hits you right in the face, making you pull back instantly. But before you reach for yet another expensive calorie-packed dental chew from the pet store that they are just going to swallow in 3 seconds flat without actually cleaning anything, I want you to look inside your own fridge. Today, we are going to look at exactly 3 everyday foods that mechanically clean your dog's teeth while they chew, physically scraping away the dangerous bacteria before you ever have to fight them with a toothbrush. I am a veterinarian, and I have been treating dogs in my clinic for over 20 years, seeing this exact problem every single day. Tell me in the comments down below where you are watching from today. Take a quick second to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video so we can help more pet parents protect their dog's smiles without the stress. If you are watching this video, you probably feel a little bit guilty because you know you are supposed to be brushing your dog's teeth every single day, but it has turned into a massive wrestling match that you simply just give up on. I want to tell you right now that this is genuinely hard work, and you are absolutely not a bad pet parent if you cannot manage a stressful daily brushing routine. Most dogs absolutely despise having a rough brush shoved into their mouth, and the simple fact that you are sitting here looking for a better, less stressful way to care for their oral health proves just how much you love them. You are doing a great job, so let go of that guilt. The pet industry wants you to feel guilty, so you will continue to buy overpriced bags of star-shaped dental treats that claim to magically clean teeth. The truth is, most of those treats are packed with heavy starches and empty calories, and your dog eats them in 5 seconds. 5 seconds of chewing doesn't clean a tooth. They sell you a quick fix, but real dental health requires sustained friction, and you can get that for $1 right now in the produce aisle. The absolute biggest myth we see out there in the dog community is that dog breath is just a normal, unavoidable part of having a dog in your home. It really isn't normal at all. The truth is that foul smell is often the odor of bacteria actively multiplying and thriving inside their mouth. When your dog eats their meals, an invisible sticky film called plaque forms on their teeth within a matter of hours. Think of plaque like the soft, powdery snow on your driveway that you can easily sweep away with a simple household broom. But if that soft plaque sits there undisturbed for a few days, minerals naturally found in your dog's saliva turn it into solid cement, which is what we call tartar. Tartar is exactly like when that soft snow turns into solid, dangerous ice overnight. No broom is getting that off. You need a heavy metal shovel and a lot of force. The secret to clean teeth without the daily stress of brushing is catching it while it is still soft snow. We need them to chew on things that are firm enough to scrape that soft plaque away before it ever has a chance to turn into that hard yellow tartar. And catching it early in the plaque stage is incredibly important because this problem absolutely does not just stay in the mouth. By the age of 3, a staggering 80% of dogs have some form of active dental disease, meaning 8 out of 10 dogs are walking around with uncomfortable, painful mouths right now. If left alone, that invisible plaque turns into hard tartar, which pushes deeply under the gum line and causes fiercely red, inflamed gums. Eventually, the infection destroys the delicate bone holding the tooth in place, the tooth rots and falls out, and the dog is in constant silent pain while simply trying to eat their dinner. But worse than that, the gums have a very rich, active blood supply. When the mouth is full of infected tartar, every single time your dog chews their food, that dangerous bacteria gets pushed directly into their bloodstream. From there, it travels straight to the delicate heart valves and the kidneys, causing permanent damage. Bad teeth don't just cause bad breath. They literally short your dog's life by damaging their internal organs. So how do you know if your dog is starting to have a serious issue before it becomes a massive systemic problem affecting their whole body? There are clear, immediate signs you can look for right now in your living room. The very first sign is that classic fishy breath. Normal dogs do not naturally have minty fresh breath, of course, but it should never smell like rotting fish or an open garbage can. That foul odor is an early, critical warning sign that bacteria are thriving and multiplying rapidly inside the plaque. The next clear sign is a distinct yellow line at the gum. If you gently lift their upper lip and look closely at those big back teeth, you might see a yellow or brownish crust forming right where the white tooth meets the pink gum. Inside, that means plaque has already calcified into hard tartar, and the gums are starting to get inflamed and irritated. If you see this, it is time to take immediate action at home. The third and most urgent sign is a noticeable change in how they actually eat their food every day. You might hear them crunching their dry kibble exclusively on one side of their mouth, or you might see them pick up a favorite hard chew toy and suddenly drop it on the floor without playing. Inside their mouth, their gums are deeply inflamed, and it physically hurts them to bite down with any real force. Validation here is key. It is perfectly normal for a dog to favor one side slightly if a piece of food is awkwardly shaped, but a consistent daily refusal to chew on one side or dropping food entirely is very different. If your dog is dropping food, constantly pawing at their face and mouth, or if you see actively bleeding gums, they are in real pain, and the simple kitchen remedy is no longer enough to help them. At that point, you need to call your vet and schedule a visit right away to prevent further suffering. If we catch it early enough in the soft plaque stage, we can manage it wonderfully at home. The very first everyday food that acts as nature's toothbrush is the humble raw carrot. The dense, incredibly fibrous texture of a large raw carrot is absolutely perfect for natural mechanical cleaning. As your dog bites down repeatedly, the tough orange fibers scrape vigorously against the surface of the tooth, physically wiping away that soft, sticky plaque before it hardens. For a small dog, you can safely offer a baby carrot or cut a regular carrot into thick, manageable sticks. For a medium to large dog, give a whole peeled large raw carrot. You want them to have to work at it and forcefully chew it into pieces, not just swallow it whole in one gulp. Give this 2 to 3 times a week as a healthy, low-calorie, crunchy treat. Of course, always supervise your dog closely while they are chewing anything firm like this to completely prevent any risk of choking. The next everyday food that works absolute wonders for your dog's oral health is the simple apple. Apples are naturally firm and very crunchy, which provides that necessary mechanical scraping action we are looking for to remove daily plaque. But apples also contain a naturally occurring compound called malic acid, which actually helps significantly increase the production of saliva in your dog's mouth. More saliva means a continuous, natural washing away of the bad bacteria that caused that foul breath in the first place. Give 1 or 2 thick slices to a small dog, and up to half of a fresh apple for a large dog, doing this a couple of times a week. However, there is a critical veterinary safety warning here that you cannot ignore. You must completely remove the core and absolutely all of the apple seeds before giving it to your dog. Apple seeds contain a cyanide compound that is highly toxic to dogs, so always serve just the clean, safe flesh of the fruit. The third and arguably most important item for melting away plaque is a safe, appropriate, single-ingredient tough chew. Sustained, forceful gnawing forces your dog to use their big back molars, grinding down and actively scraping off plaque right at the gum line, which is exactly where it tends to build up the most and cause the absolute most damage to their mouth. Provide a tough, durable chew like a high-quality bully stick or a raw, meaty bone. Allow them to chew enthusiastically for 15 to 20 minutes a few times a week, and then take it away to give their jaw muscles a well-deserved rest. But listen very closely to this warning. Never, ever give your dog cooked bones of any kind, from any animal. Cooked bones become extremely brittle, they splinter easily like glass, and they can severely perforate the stomach or intestines, which is fatal. Stick to safe, raw, appropriate chews, and completely avoid human toothpaste, which often contains xylitol, a sweetener that is deadly to dogs. I see the incredible life-changing results of this simple home change all the time in my practice. I remember a 7-year-old beagle named Buster. His loving owner came into my clinic completely embarrassed because Buster's breath could clear an entire room, and she had spent an absolute fortune on those little minty dental treats that clearly didn't work at all. Because he already had heavy, hardened tartar, we did a full professional dental cleaning under anesthesia to start him with a perfectly clean slate. Hardened yellow tartar is exactly like cement. No food or home chew will ever melt it away once it sets. But after that cleaning, we put Buster on a simple, consistent weekly rotation of raw carrots and safe chews. 6 months later, Buster came back in for a routine checkup. His breath was perfectly fine, his gums were a healthy, beautiful pink, and his owner hadn't fought him with a toothbrush even once since that day. The real secret to making this work without upsetting your dog's sensitive stomach is the rotation rule. Do not give your dog raw carrots, apple slices, and heavy chews all on the exact same day. Their digestive system simply cannot handle that much new, dense fiber all at once, and it will very likely cause a nasty bout of diarrhea. Instead, we purposefully rotate them. Give a raw carrot on Monday, let them have a safe chew session on Wednesday, and offer some fresh apple slices on Friday afternoon. Alternate these items throughout the week so the routine stays exciting for them and their digestion stays perfectly happy and balanced. What kind of chew does your dog absolutely love the most? Tell me their breed and their absolute favorite chew in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like before you go. And please, give your dog a good scratch behind the ears for me tonight.